Why is you not recording now? Why does Hat not want to be on the podcast with me anymore?
She doesn't actually like you.
That's not very nice.
She's like, I actually can't stand talking to him. So
I feel personally offended.
Should do, because she can come and sit in it if you wanted to.
Exactly.
She's busy in the kitchen, though. Am I right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she doesn't like you. That's why.
Nice.
Let's go.
Do you want anything from the shop?
Cornetto.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
That's my secret, Cat.
I'm a Jedi. I'm Batman.
Yes.
It feels really nostalgic to me. Is
That's
it too
the
nostalgic?
point.
Yeah, are people gonna like it?
Fuck 'em.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Why so serious?
First rule of Fight Club is...
Keep your friends close. Put your enemies closer.
It's tricky like that, Jesus.
Life, finds a way.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
You talking to me? What do they call it?
They call it Royale with cheese.
It's spicy. You like spicy?
No.
It's not so spicy. Come on.
This, my friend, is a pint. It comes in pints. I'm getting one.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Real Issues. I'm Rob, and I'm joined by Matt.
Hello.
We've got some stuff to talk about this week, haven't we, Matt?
Possibly.
Some stuff that
not.
we might have already spoken about, which you're not there, where you just sound very different.
Maybe, yeah. Turn into a ginger woman.
Yeah.
Who's also your wife, which is weird.
No, that's okay. Took it too far.
Something weird there.
Yeah, you're weird. There's been some trailers, a bunch of trailers for a bunch of films that look fine. We're going to talk about some films that I watched this week, which I've not seen before, which are all old.
But I've seen all of them.
Yeah.
Before.
So we can talk about it, can't we?
We can.
You're going to talk about Zelda.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do book club, which you've read, I presume.
I have read, yes.
Good. Should we start with some trailers then?
Let's do trailer things.
Ants. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
This is a sequel to, I'm guessing, Ant-Man.
Yes.
Cool. 10 points to me.
Yeah, well done.
It looks good.
It looks fun,
like
doesn't it?
An Ant-Man sequel, yeah.
I think it looks good fun. I really like Ant-Man, actually. Like, I think that's one of the underrated Marvel films that people kind of just dismiss.
Yeah, because it's not like important to the bigger story.
Yeah, I really like
such, but
Paul
I think
Rudd.
it's really good. Yeah, Paul Rudd's great. Paul Rudd's great in
I
everything.
think like the villain's just terrible, which and it has Michael Pena though, so
exactly. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
and that Russian guy for some reason.
Yeah,
is he Russian?
He's there.
I don't know.
He's
a stereotype, so I don't feel bad about stereotyping him.
No, exactly. Yeah,
It's fine. If someone's racist before you, and it's fine.
exactly. Yeah,
The Nazis were just following orders, Matt. That's
pretty much.
But yeah, let's go. What do you think about the building?
The building.
The building that they shrink down to a little carry case.
What do you mean?
It's a
do
lot
I like it? Or?
just logistically, that's very difficult.
Logistically, it is very difficult. Yeah,
I mean,
but
are people in that
so
building?
he's also shrinking someone down to the size of an ant.
That is a good point.
I don't think we need these.
Don't think about that.
Yeah, I think you're thinking too deeply into this.
That's a relief. That's a relief because I've been tortured for weeks.
I think it's quite cool and nifty. Looks like it could be a cool little fun idea. I'm assuming they're not killing people. You know, they're not like that, are they? They're not that kind of people.
Don't know. Michael Douglas definitely has a dark side to him.
Yeah, he does, but not murdering thousands of people. I don't think. I wouldn't guess, or at least hundreds of people.
And in his own building as well, you'd feel like he wouldn't kill his own employees.
Exactly.
Just for a little joke.
Yeah, just to show off his new suitcase.
Yeah.
I think he'd refrain from doing that potentially.
What about the Wasp? She looks pretty good.
She does look pretty good. Evangeline Lilly was good in the first one. So it'd be pretty cool to see her do some more stuff. Get to be an action
Fly
person.
around.
Yeah, I like the bit where he's just like, "Oh, so you gave her wings? You didn't have that last time." And he was like, "Yeah, I had that." He's just like, "Yeah, I just didn't give that to you."
She's just better than you. I kind of like that she's better than him as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just completely pathetic compared to her. So
there's a good
it's gonna be a fun dynamic.
There's a good Ant-Man run in the comics like a few years ago. I think when the first one came out, I started reading it, which is just like him just being a complete loser, which is just like really funny because he's just shit at everything. And then just really weird team of a guy like in a bear suit and a robot. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really funny.
Sounds fun.
It was a bit weird. And it's got the guy in Chef in it. Is he back in it? Robbie Canaloni? Don't know.
I don't know.
Kind of something.
I do not know if he's back in it. Potentially. Who knows?
I like him.
Do wait and see.
But it looks good. I'm looking forward to that. I kind of forgot that was coming out this year.
Yeah, when's it out? I did.
It's
just
out
watch the trailer.
after Infinity War.
Does that mean it takes place after Infinity War then?
I would guess that it takes place before.
But that's weird. Like, why would you release it after? That's just bizarre.
If it takes place before, then I assume nothing massive's going to happen in this to Ant-Man or the Wasp, because then it'd spoil it in Infinity War before it happens.
Yeah.
So if it happens after, then surely there's potential spoilers. Not spoilers, but like...
Yeah, but it just means like the world's not been altered to a point where...
Yeah.
There's no return.
Unless maybe people have died, and then they're sort of... I don't know. But it looks like a direct follow-up from Civil War, though, like with his tag and stuff.
Yeah.
And like they have like a little joke about, why would you have come if I called you? And she was like, maybe. Yeah. So you wouldn't have got caught, though.
Yeah.
So it seems weird that they reference that, but not... It seems weird that they would reference that if Infinity War had happened.
Yeah, but it also seems weird to just release it after Infinity. It's like we're going back in time then. Like,
yeah, well, Guardians of the Galaxy kind of did that, didn't they? But that was fairly self-contained.
Yeah, so self-contained and so out of the way, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's weird just to be like, oh yeah, this isn't a period piece. It's just set like a few months ago, but just before that big event that you've just watched happened.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see soon, Matt.
We will see soon. We will.
Another trailer. Han Solo, a solo Star Wars story, solo, whatever this is called.
I don't even know what happened in this trailer because I was too busy focusing on how terrible the music was in it.
What is it? Was it as bad as the terrible hair?
No, I didn't.
That hair is that a wig? Is that his actual hair? It's weird that it's a Han Solo film and he's in the trailer like not very much, and he doesn't really say anything. That's
supposed to be mysterious, though.
No, I think it's because he might not be very good.
Maybe,
which is a shame. But his hair's awful. What have they tried to like? Why have they tried to make his hair like Harrison Ford?
No, the music's the worst part.
The music is a weird remix.
It's horrible, isn't it?
It is horrible, but
then I think, are they doing that to draw away from how crap the trailer is?
It's just made the music shit, so everyone's like...
I couldn't tell. The only thing I remember is Emilia Clarke going, "I know your secret."
Yeah, I hate that.
Like, that's like, what's his secret? That he was part of, once a cadet in the thingy, whatever they're called.
The Empire.
Is that his secret? Because
maybe.
Everyone already knows.
I mean, they kind of blew it in the trailer as well. So
yeah.
High hopes.
No hope.
There's also a weird bit where he's like on a cliff and it looks like he's wearing like a dead Wookiee skin, like over his back.
Good. Hope he's killed.
Do you reckon he's like accidentally killed Chewbacca's parents and then he had to adopt Chewbacca because he's killed his parents?
Probably.
And then he wears the skin as like a trophy to remind Chewbacca that he could kill him if he wanted to.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be quite a dark twist.
It would be a very dark
twist. Be a brave mob.
Yeah, I don't think Star Wars are going to go there.
I mean, they could. They want to.
Kind of their style, really. No.
Sometimes relationships start off rocky, Matt, and then, you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
For his own good, wasn't it? Maybe he had abusive parents, actually, and then...
Han freed him by killing his parents.
And then wearing a skin as a trophy.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I can't really, like... Woody Harrelson has weird hair in it. Yeah. He has like a Donald Trump-esque comb over. which is
I will
good.
I will watch this film when it's out. That's as far as I can predict anything about this film. But I will see it.
Donald Glover though, he's good.
Donald Glover is good.
So
and
that is something.
That's something. He's good, but good people can be in bad
He kind of
films.
looks like a pimp in it though, which is weird. He looks like a caricature of a pimp. Which I know Lando's kind of like suave and kind of like that, but he looks a bit caricaturish, which I don't like.
We'll see.
We will see when it comes out in May.
Exciting times.
Jurassic World 2, whatever that's called. I can't remember. Don't really care that much. Fallen Kingdom? Lost World's original, isn't it?
Fallen Kingdom.
This looked slightly better than I thought it might do.
I've not watched this new trailer,
which isn't saying an awful lot. It kind of looks... It looked better than the first one where it's like, we need to save the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It looked better than that and revealed a few more plot points. But other than that, yeah, it's like at this point, why has no one like said that they just should stop making it? Like, surely there's a point in this universe where it has to be asked why you can't do this. Stop doing this.
Yeah, you just think just leave them all to die because so many people have died trying to save them and bring them back to life. It's just stop it, it's just tiring now, I think.
It is a bit. It's like the first one was it's such like an original kind of idea.
Yeah,
and I was
really,
like,
because if people,
it's really interesting, like ethical kind of debate as well. And like, should we do it? Should we not do it? And like, yeah, it's just I don't know what. It's like they're trying to do something new with it, but at the same time, there's still kind of the starting point's the same of making a dinosaur. And once you've done that 4 times already, it's kind of like just, yeah, stop it. Maybe in one of them, humans will be the real monsters, Matt. Maybe that's what this one is.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Maybe we're looking too much into it. Maybe people just like watching dinosaurs.
Maybe. I don't know.
Potentially.
But that looks slightly better than I thought it might do. That's about as far as I can say.
It's another film I'll probably also go and watch.
There's also, are you going to see this one? The one-legged rock jumps out of a skyscraper film into a skyscraper. I don't know.
Probably not. No, unless I'm off and I'm bored. And
the only reason I mention this is because there's a bit where he said, "Daddy's gonna go make some bacon or something."
It's a good line.
Which means
good piece of dialogue.
Does that mean something different in America? Because doesn't that mean having sex?
I don't know.
It doesn't mean like
having sex.
Yeah, it doesn't mean like making money, which I think is the way it's kind of implied in the thing. I don't think that's what it means. But it's also like that bit where
you're saying you know better than The Rock.
I do know better than The Rock, because I knew he couldn't make that jump with 2 legs, let alone 1 leg. The reason I kind of bring this up is because we've seen the poster where someone's like drawn lines on like the trajectory he'd take from the jumping off the crane.
No,
just
like he would be dead.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But it doesn't look terrible, but I don't really care that much.
It looks like a film.
I'm going to skip the Infinity War teaser because I don't really want to talk about that anymore. It looks great.
It does look great. That is a film that looks great, and I can't wait for.
Yeah, I'm going to stop watching stuff now because it's getting to that point where they're going to start releasing TV spots with spoilers in. And
yeah,
did you know that I only found this out the other day? There's like a Star Wars TV spot where Rey's holding Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mental.
Because I cut myself off after the second trailer, I think. But yeah, so now I'm a bit worried that they might do that with Infinity War. And I've already had like people like point stuff out. I was like, can you just stop it? Because I don't really want to. Leave it.
Yeah. Just leave it alone. Just let us go and watch the film and enjoy it. Like, you're just ruining films now.
Oh, did you see the Cloverfield thing as well?
I did not see the Cloverfield thing. Explain the Cloverfield thing.
So you know there's the first Cloverfield, whatever. I've not seen any of them, to be honest.
I've seen the first one. I've not seen the second one.
I really want to see the second one. It's supposed to be really good, actually, isn't it?
I've heard really great things about it, yeah.
So the third one had a trailer during the Super Bowl, and then it was announced that it was dropped at the same time on Netflix.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
so they just didn't do any promo for it.
So it's on Netflix?
It went on Netflix like the moment I think it was the moment the ad dropped on the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's cool. So it's on Netflix now, then?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What were people saying about it? Good? Bad?
No, it's not supposed to be very good.
Oh, right.
So I think that's kind of why they've done this weird marketing stunt. Because like without this marketing stunt, I wouldn't have. If I'd had 2 months of trailers of it, like at the cinema and stuff, I wouldn't be bothered. But them kind of dropping it instantly, I think people have just like jumped on it and been like, "This is new. This is something different." And then people have been like, "Oh, actually, it's not great."
Yeah, it's kind of life, though, isn't it?
So I've heard some people say it's good, but I think people are just like, "Yeah, it is what it is." But it's quite a nice, quite refreshing kind of marketing campaign.
Yeah,
presumably, like they had it planned and didn't just decide to do it because they knew the film wasn't very good.
Yeah, you've got. I mean, if you're paying that much for a Super Bowl slot, then you've got to have that stuff planned.
I don't know. I'd like to see like the stats on how it's worked. If they've got people watching it.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Alex Garland's latest film, Annihilation?
Did we talk about it in terms of what?
Going straight to Netflix over here.
Is it?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Because apparently, like, I don't know, people have been saying it's amazing, but I don't think it's been received that well. Like, I don't know if it's out commercially in America, but it's over here. It's going straight to Netflix.
Oh well, I suppose that's good in a way because I can just watch it. But
I feel like something like that would. It looks really nice though. Like it looks like it would benefit from being on a big screen. But
yeah,
that's the annoying.
I'm currently writing an article on Netflix, and if it's attributing Netflix and other streaming services that people pay for are attributing to the demise in cinema slowly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but not spoiler alert. That's the
spoiler alert. Delete your Netflix.
Yeah,
get it out. Throw your TV out your window.
Exactly. Go to the cinema instead.
What else we got? Did you see the Deadpool 2 trailer?
I did see the Deadpool 2 trailer.
I thought
it looks fun, doesn't it?
There's less crudeness, which I quite liked. And he took the piss out of Superman's mustache, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah, that was a good joke. Good joke. I like that.
Have you seen a video of the guy who's done it, like, who's photoshopped his mustache out using, like, his home computer, and it looks as good as the finished product in Justice League?
No, I've not seen that.
It's like, he's done it himself. It looks like this. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks maybe slightly better than the original.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Which is pretty sad for them.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, Deadpool.
Yeah, I'll go and watch that as well.
I can't enjoy the first one, but I think people got mental.
I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't rewatch it like ever, so
I enjoyed it, but like once the element of kind of like it kind of did, like for the first half an hour it felt quite clever and fresh, and then they just kept doing the same joke, and I was like, okay, I'm a bit bored of this joke now. Like it was kind of subversive, but on a very shallow level, and this looks kind of like it might be a bit more subversive than that.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
It's
again, it might just be the marketing again.
Yeah, possibly.
Because like obviously the marketing for the first one was they had posters advertising it as like a romantic comedy and stuff, which was really funny. And then so it could possibly just be the marketing again. And
yeah, true.
I hope they kind of take it to the next level. And it's just a bit like, well, people like that kind of thing, so let's put that in the actual film rather than just the marketing campaigns.
Yeah, Josh Brolin looks good.
He does, yeah. Josh Brolin's a good actor.
I think there's a Thanos joke in there as well, actually. It says something about stones.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. And Ricky Baker flipping the bird.
Yeah, for like half a frame.
I'm really excited to see. Actually, that's probably the thing I'm excited most about this film.
What? Ricky Baker?
Ricky Baker, yeah.
Ricky Baker. Don't remember the rest of the song.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
That's it. Anything else you want to talk about?
Venom just dropped. Did you watch that? Literally, like.
Yeah. I think Venom's not in it.
Yeah. Well, it's because they've only just finished production, haven't they? So they wouldn't have
why
done any
don't do a trailer then if you'd not got anything ready or what?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
I forgot Michelle Williams was in that actually.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was in it.
It's got a really good cast.
It has Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams.
Someone else, probably.
Someone else. Tom Holland. He's in it. They've confirmed, don't they, I think?
Is he?
Yeah, apparently. I think
wasn't it leaks that he was on set or something?
Maybe. That's what I heard today, anyway. That I said that as if it's from like a big source. That's what Guffers told me today.
It's confirmed from Guffers.
It's confirmed from Guffers that he's in it, but I don't know.
I reckon that's bullshit. It looks tonally quite dark.
Yeah, it looks like it could be good. I like Tom Hardy, so...
Tom Hardy's doing another funny voice.
Yeah.
What's his actual voice? Like, can he not just... Like, does he think an accent is just doing a funny voice?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you reckon for Bane, like, Chris Nolan was like, just do like a normal, like, New York accent or something, to do like a...
I thought that was what it was.
And he just went... like, maybe he's just racist.
He's kind of... I was about to say, it's kind of like Gary Oldman. He never uses his own voice, does he? But Gary Oldman's pretty good at it.
Gary Oldman's voice sounds natural. Whenever I hear Tom Hardy do an accent, it doesn't sound like a normal person's voice.
Yeah.
Someone else is really good in that film as well. I can't remember who it is.
I'll Google it. Try and find out. Riz Ahmed, he's in it.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
Jenny Slate, is that thingy from...
Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mona Lisa.
What's it called? Mona Lisa? Oh, yeah, God.
You're an overrated piece of shit.
Yeah. Mona Lisa. Yeah, they're 4 people that are in that, so that's good.
Yeah, it's a good cast, but it's Sony in it and Spider-Man, so...
Yeah. Oh, Woody Harrelson's in it, apparently.
Is it? Yeah, maybe I did know that. Woody Harrelson's doing well lately, isn't he?
He is, isn't he? He's getting around.
Making that film in one shot, whatever it was.
Yeah, is that the one that they're not showing for like 100 years? They're not going to release for 100 years or something?
What?
Is that something else?
Is that... what?
I'm sure Woody Harrelson, that film's never getting
shown.
shown.
I've gone off Woody Harrelson now if that's the thing he's doing.
I'm sure it's like...
Mate. No one wants to see a film that much.
They filmed it all and then...
I mean, it got screened live, didn't it?
So that pretty much like, yeah, but then I think they're only releasing it... I don't know how they figured that out, but I'm sure that's a thing.
It's bullshit.
It's definitely a film somewhere that's done that is going to be released, so basically no one alive today would be able to watch it.
I would make a film like that and just do it as a massive joke. So then build up for ages and it would just be me on screen saying, fuck off.
It's good, isn't it?
That would be good. Or just screen something like really shit, like Fast and Furious or some Michael Bay film. Transformers 17.
Good jokes, innit? Good jokes.
What else have we got? Anything else?
Don't know. You got the schedule up, Rob.
I was just asking you. I'm trying to make it seem cash.
No, nothing else.
Right, let's move on to the next section, which is not a section that we've ever done, but
no.
It's not really a section, is it? It's just some films that we saw.
On the blog that we've
started. Yeah, it is. Back catalogue.
Now is leaking over into the podcast because we're running out of content.
I think it's a good idea, yeah.
I know it's a good idea. I came up with it.
Shut up. So Matt started a little section saying that he was going to watch a DVD a week. He's done one in like 2 months.
Well, not one in 2 months, one in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. I'm a busy guy.
Check the date on that. Also, your video a week's going drastically out the window, isn't it?
Well, if you would send me footage for things, then it'd go a lot better, so...
Excuses.
Speaking of which, there will be a Bonfire to Boss out when this video is out, so... That's good.
Good. It is good. So Back Catalogue is looking at films that we have got on DVD but not watched for some reason, mainly laziness. So I have seen this week, I watched The Road, I watched Zodiac, and I watched There Will Be Blood.
It's a pretty decent trio of films.
It is a decent trio. Quite a depressing trio, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not exactly happy, is it?
It's not,
It's
no.
not. It's not the cheeriest of things I've ever seen.
Do you want to start The Road?
Officials have declared a state of emergency.
What's happening?
Cannot be contained.
A sudden drop in temperature. What you see is happening now.
How many people do you think are still alive?
In the world, not very many.
Yeah, this is a film that I have watched once because I was so sad after it. I was like, I don't ever want to watch that again.
I think I tweeted and said, I don't think I'll ever be happy again. It's just grim.
It's so grim. So good, but...
It is. So it's like a post-apocalyptic world, isn't it? And there's a man and his son.
But it was kind of when that genre wasn't just like saturated.
It reminded me quite a lot of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Except like it didn't have the hope of The Last of Us. Like Last of Us has a hope. And most post-apocalyptic films have like a hope. This had no hope. There was no like quest for a cure or a quest for anything. There was no like, it was literally just see how long you can last.
Yeah, it's actually like we're all going to die, but we may be able to last another few days if we do this.
And it's just like the horrible bits with him and his son with the gun, and they're just like,
yeah,
it's so bleak, but it's so well done. Like I didn't enjoy it, but
no, yeah, it's so good. I think the worst part for me was when is it then up in that like basement where people are like farming humans and they've just like got all these people lay around on beds with like limbs chopped off and stuff.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I was like, this is horrible. This is horrible. I don't like this.
The ending's just like, you know, like after a film, we just sit there for like a bit and just like, I can't
do this anymore.
I need a bit of time to like readjust.
Yeah, readjust to life.
And I had to watch some Parks and Rec because
you cheer yourself up.
Yeah, it was so. And like Viggo is just, I think Viggo's like one of the most underappreciated actors of. Oh, is that a cat?
Yeah, that is a cat. Yeah, that's a cat.
Most underappreciated actors of our time. Like he's so good in everything he does, but he doesn't seem
do a
to
lot, though, does he?
Well, yeah, but Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't do a lot.
Well, no, he doesn't. But
people bum off him.
Yeah, I think Daniel Day-Lewis picks like not role. He's not obviously just after awards, but
are you saying Daniel Day-Lewis is just after awards? It's just
I think he does love it, doesn't he? He does love it. Like I don't think Viggo really cares.
He just cares about the art.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah. I'm not saying Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't. I think Daniel Day-Lewis does, but you know,
Daniel Day-Lewis is having everyone on.
He likes winning awards as well.
You're saying Viggo is better than Daniel Day-Lewis as a person, as a man, who would win the fight?
Oh, Viggo all the way.
I reckon Daniel Day-Lewis is a bit soft.
No, I don't think he's soft. I think Viggo's just like mental.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon he could.
I reckon
he's done things.
Didn't he like, what was it? Oh, it's Captain Fantastic where he went to actually live in a cabin in the woods and like grow his own food and stuff.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he
mental. Brought for the house as well. He brought all of his own stuff to like fill it with.
That's too much, that, isn't it?
Yes,
that's a lot of effort.
Yeah, just like pretend. That's what acting is.
That's what it is.
Just be like, oh, I'm sad now. Look sad. It's easy.
Yeah, that's a good film though. The Road.
Yeah, Road.
But
rough.
Maybe
rough
watch
film.
it like. Don't watch it when you're down.
Yeah, because you might just tip you over the edge.
Might, yeah. Don't watch it near any sharp objects or a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do watch it. It's good.
Yeah, but do watch it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it's really good performance from Viggo and the kid as well. I can't remember what his name
kid's
is.
Good. Yeah,
Cody something.
I don't know. He's good though.
He's good. Next, I saw Zodiac, which is one of your favorite directors. Is he your favorite director?
Probably, yeah. Finchy boy.
Dear editor, this is the murderer of the two teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman and the girl on the 4th of July.
I want you to print this cipher on the front page of your paper.
He wants his code in the afternoon edition.
Ray Smith, don't you have a cartoon to finish?
The Zodiac killer has come to San Francisco.
Do you want to sum this one up?
This is about the Zodiac killer and people trying to find out who he is. It's pretty much it, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Two journalists, Jake Gyllenhaal, who's a cartoonist, and also Robert Downey Jr., who's actually like a crime correspondent or something, and then Mark Ruffalo is the detective on the case. But yeah, it's about like they get these notes in the post and ciphers and stuff of him like bragging of who's killed and them like trying to work out who he is and kind of the frustration of not finding out who he is over like a long period of time, and how each of them deals with that is like really interesting.
Yeah, because I suppose you know that, because obviously it's based on true events and stuff, isn't it? But you just kind of know that they don't catch him, so, like most people will anyway. So it's kind of interesting, because I can't really remember it that clear. I remember liking it, but I can't remember that clearly how it approaches it. Like if it does almost like not lead you on, but like are people expecting like a resolution at, like the end of it and stuff, and because there isn't really one, because he.
I think it kind of like there's one suspect, isn't it, who they know is probably the person who did it, who's like a convicted paedophile, and he's kind of the only one that they could kind of. It kind of like to any obvious human being, it's obviously him. Yeah, which I think is what Jake Gyllenhaal's character says, but there's just no evidence to kind of prove it. Yeah. So I think it kind of builds to that kind of ending, and there's a few suspects and stuff who come and go. But I don't think it's not misleading in any way.
No, I don't think. No, I wouldn't say it's misleading. But I just can't remember if at the time I was like, "Oh, they didn't find anyone, they didn't catch anyone." Because it's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't remember what my initial reaction was. I remember enjoying it.
I knew they wouldn't catch anyone, but yeah, I love like the way they made. There's like 2 scenes with suspects as well, and they're just so creepy. And like, they don't really ever do anything. They're just kind of like, it's the way it's kind of implied that they could be this person. And kind of like you imagining what they could do is kind of worse than knowing what they have or haven't done in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it is quite an uneasy film to watch. Because it's about a serial killer.
I'll definitely have to rewatch it.
And serial killers are bad. So,
what?
Yeah, they are. They're not good. Not good blokes. I also watched There Will Be Blood, Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've traveled over half our state to be here tonight. I couldn't get away sooner because my new well was coming in at Coyote Hills, and I had to see about it. Ladies and gentlemen, if I say I'm an oil man, you will agree. I'm a family man. I run a family business. This is my son and my partner, H.W. Plainview.
Just Daniel Day-Lewis, your favourite guy who you don't like.
Favourite guy.
Just an awards whore.
Yeah. Shouting about milkshakes for the whole film.
Yeah. He loves milkshakes.
Nah, not for the whole film. The last part.
It's P.T. Anderson, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty sure it is, yeah.
Yeah, it is. So this is about a oil miner. Miner? Is that the word?
Don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I suppose.
Doesn't sound like it is the word. Driller.
No,
oil driller.
Sure.
Is that the word?
No.
Here it is. You drill for oil.
Yeah, you drill for oil, but I don't think you're a driller.
Here you are. You definitely are. Who gets a bit greedy, and that's basically the story.
He's a greedy boy.
He is a greedy boy. This is a bit long for me, I thought. I got a little bit bored. Like, I can't really fault it as a film.
No, I can't either.
But it didn't really grab me in the same way like The Road kind of did. It was just a bit like, I can kind of appreciate everything. I appreciate Daniel Day-Lewis and the weird, what's his name, religious kid.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, he's really good in it as well.
Yeah,
like I kind of like everything about it. I kind of think, yeah,
That's
it's spot on. But I wasn't really that fussed. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
No, I've never gone back to it after the first time I watched it. But I think it'd been built up to me as like.
Well, that's why I watched it. Yeah, someone did that to me, and I was like,
I think
I'll have to watch it.
A publication had put it. I can't remember what. It might have been like Total Film or someone had put it like as the best film of the last like 20 years or something like that. And that's why I was like, oh yeah, definitely, I'm gonna watch this. And I was like, that's very good, but I'm not gonna watch it again, most likely. I mean, I may at some point, but I've not been drawn back to it in that time. So
it's not. It seems like it's a hard film for someone to love.
Yeah, but people do love it, don't they? People.
That's what I mean.
Say how like amazing it is, and it's one of their favorite films and stuff. I mean, I just think But like, what are you going back?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe on a second viewing there is
Maybe we
more to
should
pick
watch
up
it
on
again,
and
then we'll
stuff.
find
Yeah,
out.
maybe on a first viewing you take it at face value, but you kind of watch it again
There's
and again.
layers.
There's more going on. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the 3 films that I saw this week.
It's good, isn't it?
Or last week. Yeah, I'm doing well actually. I've got loads.
Yeah.
Don't know what's next. I've got I really fancy. I've been meaning to catch Nightcrawler for ages.
Oh, I've got Nightcrawler on DVD as well.
Maybe we should watch that.
Yeah, maybe
next
next
week.
Book Club.
Yeah, there we go. Sorted.
Book Club for next
I'll
week.
edit this out and then
Nightcrawler.
pretend for next week.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to talk about Breath of the Wild?
I do a little bit.
Am I missing something about how great it is? You've written here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not. I'm enjoying
You
it.
hate Zelda.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Zelda and James Gunn and Daniel
Yeah.
Day-Lewis stick him
Exactly,
in a
yeah.
boat.
If James Gunn directed a Zelda film and Daniel Day-Lewis played Link, it'd be my least favorite thing in existence.
What? I would pay money. I'd pay £10 to see that film.
It'd be weird, wouldn't it?
And I have an unlimited card, so
I would pay
that's
an
quite
extra
that's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Daniel Day-Lewis would dye his hair?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'd like chop his limbs off to be sure?
Yeah, definitely.
He'd go full method. Would he learn sword mastery?
Yeah, he probably knows it already. Cool guy, isn't he?
Do you reckon?
No, I'm enjoying it. Admittedly, since I've got it, I've not had time to sit down and play a good, hour, 2 hours in a session, to like get myself into the game. So I'm whenever playing little segments of it.
Yeah, you need quite a long time.
And I feel that's why maybe I'm not getting out of it as much. But at the moment, I'm just kind of like running about, and I'm like, oh, there's some like goblin things, kill them. That was fun. Go to a shrine, figure out what I'm doing there. Then head in this direction to do that, and like it's fun and everything. But I'm presuming there's something.
Have you passed like the introduction bit yet?
I've done all this. I know who the old man is.
Yes, so he's revealed himself.
Yeah. So I've just passed that and head into like the first objective of that point.
It gets a lot better after
I've come across like a couple of shrines that I'm like, I don't know, am I supposed to be at this one? Because I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do. And like, I think that's maybe like some of the issue with it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this wrong.
I got that, but then I got to a point where I don't really care. I'm just kind of there's a point where the game kind of stops telling you where to go, and you just have to wander around and do stuff. And I kind of like that.
See, I do.
I don't think you're supposed to be anywhere at a certain time, or either that or I'm playing it completely wrong. I don't know.
Shoo. Bless me.
Headbutt the computer.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I do want freedom in a game. Like, it's interesting. I love like exploring and finding little bits and pieces and doing your own thing. Like, it does have a sense of achievement to it, but like at the moment, I'm getting to these places and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. Like, and like I personally don't find that very rewarding because I'm like, am I just crap at this or am I not supposed to be here? Like, I don't mind when you can get to an area and you're obviously not supposed to be there yet, and you can go, okay, yeah, right, I'll come back there later on, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd say I've not had time to sink some time into it. I feel like it's a game that I need to.
Yeah, you definitely do put time in.
Like, sit down, just play it for like 2 hours straight, and just get myself into it and everything, because it's a really nice looking game. It's it's fun to play. Like, I'm not enjoying playing it, but people have gone on about how it could possibly be the greatest game of all time. And I'm a bit like...
Not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it at the moment. And that makes me sad, because
I don't think I'm at that level of hype. I really like it.
You still... Like, I absolutely love, like, Mario Odyssey, and you think this is better than that.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, that's one of my favourite games that I've played in the last, like, 10 years, so...
Yeah, I like Mario Odyssey, but it feels like more just a little fun. I'm not really that emotionally invested in Mario Odyssey, whereas I kind of am a bit more in Zelda now. I think Zelda is one of those games where, like, I think Mario you can play 10 minutes and you can play for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you've probably still got the same amount of stuff out of it.
Yeah, no,
in
definitely.
terms of
That's
kind
what
of,
I like about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But Zelda's like one where if you play for 10 minutes, you're not going to get it at all.
Yeah, but I think that's my issue. I've just not had time to sit down and sink some serious time into it, which is kind of interesting because obviously the Switch kind of lends itself to be a console that could, that is a bit more casual, that you can just, pick up and do a bit, and it doesn't matter if you're playing on the TV or handheld or whatever. So, no, I'm saying that's a fault of the game not being designed to play in that certain sense. That
feels like that's exactly what you're saying.
But I kind of wish it was easy to get into because I'd really want to play it and I want to keep doing it, but I don't want to keep playing it in this state of not being too into it. But at the moment, I've just not got the time to sink a good couple of hours to really get invested in it. And then, because once you are invested in it, you're great. You can just like jump in, play half an hour or whatever. So I need to make some time for it, I think, and probably reevaluate it. So,
like I say, reevaluate my life.
Reevaluate my life.
And put more time into Zelda.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll do it when I get some time off in another... What date are we on?
Another life.
In another 8 days. There we go.
You're getting time off in 8 days?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because that's my next day off.
All right.
The 16 days straight.
Booked a random holiday.
No, I've not.
All right, okay, good. Next up, some reviews that we did yesterday with my wife.
My wife.
Long story short, three of them were very good. One of them was not good. Would you like to start talking about the post?
Okay.
So, can I ask you a hypothetical question?
Oh, dear, I don't like hypothetical questions.
Well, I don't think you're going to like the real one either.
Do you have the papers?
Not yet.
This is a devastating security breach that was leaked out of the Pentagon. The most highly classified documents of the war.
The Times says 7,000 pages detailing how the White House has been lying about the Vietnam War for 30 years.
Yes, it's about the Washington Post.
And the Vietnam War.
And files
pertaining to the Vietnam War.
Yes. And
showing
the
evidence of
rights
corruption.
of the press to publish these.
But the main story really is with the New York Times.
It just seemed that way.
Well, in terms of like
the main
spotlight sort of idea of it.
Yeah.
Doing like a thing about newspapers exposing something in a sort of spotlight-esque way. You'd have it done about the New York Times.
Yeah, so didn't the New York Times publish
New York Times published
something and
published
then
some of it first, and then they were the ones that got told to stop first. They got the cease and desist.
Yeah, and then the Post was like, "Oh, we'll do it now," because.
But then, so did everyone else. So the same day that the Post published it, so did literally every other paper. That's the whole thing of them looking through all the other papers saying, "We're not alone," and it was like, well. Okay, well then what makes you special then? Why am I listening
why is this
to
film
yours?
about you?
Yeah, why am I listening
is
to
it
this
because
story
there's a
and not
woman in
anyone
it
else's?
and the woman's the main character? And
Is she
it's
the main
kind of
character?
she's head of the paper.
Yeah, but she's not really the main character.
She kind of is.
Tom Hanks is the main character.
No.
Do you think?
Tom Hanks doesn't go on an arc.
He does a bit.
Not really.
He chats with his wife who says some very good things.
It's a bit nice, isn't it? Like
It's too nice.
It's like a mum film.
Oh, it is a mum film, yeah.
It's like, it's Oscar nominated for Best Picture this year, which is an absolute
travesty.
joke.
There are so many better films that we've seen.
And it's just, there's no conflict.
Well,
there's no drama. There's no pace. There's no.
But it's just not explored at all.
It's like, oh, here's a conflict. We'll do it behind closed doors, and then we'll move on, and
Yeah.
then we'll have a different conversation.
And I like that they're looking at her role as the head of the paper and trying to get some more respect from the people that she's working with. But
there's no struggle though. It's just like, oh, one thing happened, then another thing. Like this film was rushed out by Spielberg because of like Trump. I don't know why that meant he had to rush it, because as if like they wouldn't let him make the film. Like, okay.
Well, I don't know. I think he
but you
thought
can
that it
tell
wouldn't
that,
be relevant anymore.
well,
It's going to be relevant for the rest of Trump's office.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can tell it's rushed because the script is just non-existent.
Yeah.
The dialogue is all exposition.
Yeah.
I honestly don't understand why people like this film. It's so bland.
The only
It's like
good
it's
things
so
about it are
bland.
the performances from Saul. Can't remember what his name is.
Bob Odenkirk
and Sarah Paulson, and their
like
minor
Meryl Streep
characters.
and Tom Hanks are fine.
But they're fine.
They are quite boring.
They're boring characters, and they're not made to do anything interesting.
They're quite boring. Like they're sort of actors who don't really act. They're just who they are on screen.
Which is fine. I've never been like massively into Meryl Streep or Tom Hanks. They're fine.
Or Steven Spielberg. Do you hate Spielberg too?
Well, I mean, give me a list of his films and I'll tell you which ones I like.
E.T., Jurassic Park, Schindler's List.
They're fine.
Schindler's List is fine.
Schindler's List is very good. Makes me cry lots.
What's the one I did last year? Bridge of Spies. That was supposed to be really good.
I've not seen that.
He's in loads. Does it all.
Well, I mean, he's fine.
He's not fine. He's very good.
You're
talking nonsense. You're talking shit.
I feel about him the same way I feel about Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep.
You're talking shit.
Blockbusters and like
He's
big films.
like Schindler's List.
Everybody just loves them, and
everyone loves Schindler's List.
Yeah, because it's great.
Because it's a good family film, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Well, everyone should watch it.
Anyway, you're wrong, but it's not great. If you're thinking about watching it, just maybe don't.
Watch Spotlight instead.
And go see Spotlight, yeah. Even if you've already seen it, because Spotlight is how you make a film about journalism.
Yeah, and how you make a newsroom look really interesting.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, Spotlight felt like an action film.
Yeah.
Like, even though they were in the same office running around, like, photocopying and reading,
it felt like it
felt like, there was drama. There was, like, a pace. And this is just like, now we're doing this thing. Okay.
It was as
now
if
let's do this.
It was as if you told, like, a room full of ordinary people, you want to do this, and you want to do this, and just, chat about
all
it
the dialogues for the benefit of the audience and not for the characters.
It's just really like
it's poor. And then the end was like, I thought the end was awful. Like, it kind of felt like it was trying to build this triumphant climax where everyone suddenly came to this massive revelation that everyone already knows anyway. And it's like, it was so flat. It was just like,
I don't. It also kind of made it look like they had all those women and stuff outside the whatever it was, saying to Kay, "Oh, like thank you" and stuff. But I don't think she.
It was poor.
Did anything to warrant that? Really. I don't know.
It was like one decision in the film.
Yeah.
I can't, like, nothing happens in the film apart from they decide to publish papers.
Yeah.
And that takes them like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it again.
It's really, I don't understand.
Like,
it's got really good reviews and it's Oscar nominated. And I think the only reason is because of Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, and Steven Spielberg. If that was made by different people,
exactly,
like, it's not even like worth making it. No,
overrated people.
They're not overrated. I'm saying they're rated. Therefore,
but therefore, like, everything they do is golden for no reason.
Not everything. I'm saying this is. But if this wasn't them, I can't. Like, the performance, it's not even worth watching for the performances of the two leads.
No, not at all.
So
they don't get given anything interesting to do.
Not recommended.
I came out of it thinking, I wish I'd watched Spotlight instead, or Spotlight did this way better.
Yeah,
it's
really hard to compare it because it's a similar sort of thing where there's no actual. You don't see what's kind of going on.
No.
And like the weird bit at the start as well, where it's like an action scene. It's just like, Saving Private Ryan, that's Spielberg as well. Is that Spielberg? That's good.
Know. Yeah, that's
that weird. It's like an action scene for like no reason. It's like you just had like an extra few mil to spend.
The thing is, though, that makes the point of the film seem like it's about the cover-up. But that's not the point of the film, because if it was about the cover-up, it would be about the New York Times.
Yeah.
But it's not about the New York Times, so it's not about the cover-up.
Do you reckon you just had the name of the film and then just decided to make it about the Washington Post? I feel like it is the feminist angle is probably why they picked the Post, I guess.
But then
like you're right, it didn't feel significant
angle,
that they used the, like...
If they were going to do the feminist angle, then they shouldn't have put so much emphasis on...
Well, they didn't put emphasis on it. They didn't put emphasis on anything. That was the point.
They shouldn't have included so much of the Vietnam stuff. Like, they needed to focus on one or the other. Because it's either...
I don't think they did. I think they could have done both, but they just didn't do either.
They just didn't do either properly.
I don't think it was, like, split priorities. It was just...
No, it's just... There wasn't any point to it. They didn't really think about what what they wanted to say. They didn't say
Well, no,
anything.
they kind of did, but it was like so obvious from the start.
Yeah, they didn't like change anyone's mind.
I know
or
it's like based on
anything,
true stories, but if you've not got an interesting story to begin with, then don't tell it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I mean, I'm more interested in looking at like what the files said, like what the actual cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Was.
Yeah,
I'm
what
way
was the
more
cover?
interested in what the articles.
That's like the interesting part of Spotlight as well, when they went to go meet people and find out what they did and stuff.
Because the cover up was the interesting bit.
Yeah.
That's the interesting part.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to know more about. So I might look more into, what happened.
Well, I have to, because
I don't know.
Don't find out from the film, do you? It's not very good.
So how many stars would we give it?
I gave it 3 stars in my...
3.
Because it's not...
It's not a bad film.
It's like nice...
It's just not very interesting.
Yeah. Maybe I should have gone 2, really, because I really didn't like it. But I really didn't like it, but I feel that's probably my personal...
Yeah.
I don't think
feel
it's
like
anything more than a 3-star film, and it's definitely not Oscar.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Oscar worthy. So
No.
That's The Post, 3 stars.
The haters always say, Tonya, tell the truth. There's no such thing as truth. Everyone has their own truth.
I was the best figure skater in the world at one point in time.
You call that a clean skate, for Christ's sake?
Do not swear in front of the kids.
I didn't swear, you cunt.
We also went to see, at a preview screening, I, Tonya.
Oh, yeah.
Which is about
Harding.
figure skater, Tonya Harding, who's like a redneck who enters the world of skating, but nobody likes her because she's a bit rough.
Rough around the edges.
Yeah. What did you think of this one?
Well, I remember seeing the trailer and thinking, oh my God, it's Margot Robbie. I love Margot Robbie. And it looked really fun. I like the sort of docu-drama style. I thought that it was really well acted, and it was really funny, and it was really compelling. So all around, like the exact opposite of The Post, basically.
Yeah. And not really like the interest. It wasn't. It was good because they made it about like the events themselves. I know there's like one incident which is quite famous, which I didn't know anything about.
Yeah.
It's quite famous, but it's not that interesting. It's like the people involved are the interesting things, which is where The Post, which may or may not have been edited before or after this in the final edit of this podcast.
Yeah.
Where that kind of fell apart. There's just no interesting people.
Yeah.
And this was full of interesting people. And like the characters felt so real.
So
I know they're all based on real people, but again, in contrast to The Post, they felt like Margot Robbie felt like she was that person.
Yeah.
And she has like 2 or 3 scenes in particular where she is like phenomenal.
Yeah. And she plays all the different ages as well. So she plays
She
the
does not look
15-year-old.
15.
I mean, obviously she doesn't look 15. She's what, like 27? But she plays.
She looks about 35, not in a bad way, but she looks like about mid.
She looks an adult.
She looks, yeah, but she's always looked like older than 30, even when she was like.
Well, no, I think she's always looked late 20s, and she always will.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in
like she looked like a grown up when she was in like Wolf of Wall Street and stuff. But she plays a 15-year-old really well as she can, looking the way she does. But then she also has to play like Tonya at 20 and then Tonya at like 40. And I think she does that really well. And so does Sebastian Stan.
I kind of don't really buy Sebastian Stan as a bad guy. He just seems so nice.
But then he doesn't. But then that's
the
the
Winter
point
Soldier
as
is
well,
quite scary. Yeah.
But
You just play it with like a
that grey
weird,
area, isn't there?
like a weird, like nice guy, but he beats his wife, sort of.
Yeah. But then he claims he never beat his wife.
Yeah.
So you
I love that's what I really loved
believe
about it. I
those
love that
two
they kind of
parts
showed things from different people's perspective, and they looked.
Because you believed him because he seemed so nice, but then you believed her as well because what's she got to gain from lying about it?
Yeah, exactly. Did you like the fourth wall breaking?
I loved the fourth.
I thought it was so effective.
Yeah, it was so like smoothly done, and it was a really interesting way to tell the story because I didn't know how they were going to tell it, but it was all interesting. The whole journey was interesting. And then, like you were saying about the incident, like they call it the incident and they sort of refer to it as, that's what you're all here for. For an English audience, I guess it's not necessarily what we're all here for, because it's not really...
I would not know who she was. There's a line in the film where he said she's the second most famous person after... Is it Bill Clinton or someone?
Yeah, something like that. But it will be like in America. Cause
I'd never heard of it until this film, really. I probably would recognise the name, I guess, but I wouldn't know where to attribute the name.
There are sometimes in like pop culture references they make about like, oh, she Tonya Harding'd her, and that'll be.
There's a really like great bit in as well where she says like she has been like abused her whole life, and there's one great line she says like, "You're all my abusers," because there's this like culture of abusing this woman because she's where she's from and who she is
and who she.
And I know like it's shown from her perspective, so it's slightly more sympathetic to her.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show her as a flawless person.
No,
which is quite essential.
Not at all. It shows.
Like to me, it kind of like it really reminded me of Goodfellas in like the tone, because it's quite.
It's funny.
It's funny, but it's very violent and quite shocking.
Yeah.
But it's also like this character who starts off quite innocent, and then sort of. You sort of still believe they're kind of a good person, but in like a bad situation.
Yeah.
Although she doesn't really do anything particularly horrible. She just makes a lot of poor decisions in her life and stuff.
Yeah, she makes poor decisions, but she's never had good role models.
Yeah.
So she's
and like her relationship with her mum is so interesting. And
yeah.
The way that her mum kind of thinks that she's done a good job raising someone to be a Olympic figure skater.
Yeah.
And she thinks that she wouldn't have been able to do that without her being horrible to her.
It's a really interesting
and that's a really interesting dynamic.
Yeah. I really like Alison Janney as well.
Yeah, she's really good in this.
I mean, all of the casting was great. You do see like little clips of the actual people in their interviews or like from press reports and stuff. And the casting is amazing. And you see the some of the skating that Tonya did herself, and then
they recreated that so well.
Yeah, compared to
they were shot like a car chase almost.
Yeah,
it was so like compelling to watch it.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and I couldn't tell what was body doubles or CGI or anything. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's really well done.
I was kind of looking for it because I was like, surely Margot Robbie hasn't learned to do all this.
What's the move? There's like a famous move that she does. Triple, yeah. Like
they just referred to it as the triple for a while, I think. But yeah, it was really, really good.
I really enjoyed it.
I'd quite like to go skating now.
Yeah, I thought it was. I'm surprised that's not had more Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
Considering The Post is an Oscar-nominated film.
And this is like a million miles better. It's.
Yeah,
I think
it is.
A lot of the time, when a film is funny, people.
But I don't think it's not funny. It's not like hysterical.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's been kind of like the trailer and stuff is.
No, but it is funny in kind of it is funny in like a Scorsese kind of arrogant, kind of brass, sort of in your face, like we're gonna say cunt in a film.
Yeah, they do say.
It is that sort of. It is like not highbrow comedy, but kind of that sort of realism comedy that the Oscars do seem to like. But
yeah,
I think she's been Margot Robbie's been nominated. I think
Alison Janney has as well. I don't know if Sebastian Stan has though.
He doesn't have an awful lot. He plays quite a bland, boring person, doesn't he? To be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know. I've not written my review yet. I'm probably 4. I think
4.5.
No, I don't do halves.
No half measures.
Don't half-ass.
Okay.
Full ass. Maybe 4 or 5. Maybe I don't know.
5.
I'm going to write it. I need to write it and then decide at the end is what you should do. So, but definitely check that out when it's out. I don't know when it's out. Probably next week.
Yeah, soonish.
Or the week after.
But yeah, definitely. It's amazing.
If I told you about her, the princess without voice, what would I say?
Eliza, come on. Eliza, hurry.
She deaf?
Mute, sir. She can hear you.
You clean that lab,
you get out.
This may very well be the most sensitive asset ever to be housed in this facility.
You may think that thing looks human. Stands on two legs, right? But we're created in the Lord's image. You don't think that's what the Lord looks like, do you?
We have been to a preview screening of The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro's latest film, and you said that you loved it. The first thing you said when you came out.
Yeah.
In a sad, happy sort of way.
Yeah, I was feeling quite wistful. I don't know what it was about it. I think because I'd seen the adverts for it. I thought, I like Del Toro. Well, I mean, I love Pan's Labyrinth. I don't think I've ever seen any other Del Toro, though, when I think about it. But yeah, Pan's Labyrinth was always one of my favourites growing up. So I thought, it's got Sally Hawkins in it. She's really good.
She's phenomenal in this film.
And it's got Michael Shannon, and I really like him as well.
I really like him, but I hate it when he's not nice.
When he's a bad guy.
But he's so good at it.
He's so good at doing it.
Yeah.
And because you know that he's so good at doing good guys as well, it's really hard to like trust him again because it's like, but you were so evil. Yeah. I think I expected to be disappointed because I didn't
13 Oscar nominations.
Yeah, I thought that maybe there was too much hype and maybe like the story was too small, just like a little love story between a mute girl and an amphibious man. And I thought, well, that's a bit weird. How are they going to make that last for 2 hours?
Beauty and the Beast.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like
Beauty
a saucier
like
Beauty and the Beast, yeah. Wet Beauty and the Beast.
Ugh, that sounds like the porno version.
Kind of is, a little bit.
Well, it's not, I mean, it's not that much sexy bit. There's a little bit of a sexy bit.
It's kind of more implied.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily implied. They do say it sort of out loud. Well,
okay,
not out loud because she's mute. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I really liked the story, but it was more about like the way that it was told.
It's like Del Toro has this really good way of telling fantasy
because it's like
and makes it
realism.
Yeah, that's your favorite phrase, isn't it?
Well, that's my favorite genre of book, and this is like putting that into film, and I don't know if that's like a genre of
it is
film.
kind of like Pan's Labyrinth, where it's just kind of for some reason you just kind of accept there's this weird fish man, and it doesn't really matter why he's there or what he's from.
No.
Like he's just a weird fish man.
Exactly.
And she's attracted to him, and that's kind of I found it like
that's fine. I mean, a little bit weird that there's the bestiality element there.
I found like there's one scene which is not graphic, but I always thought it was going to be like an implied love or like a platonic.
Yeah.
And then when you see it's not sexual, and I was like, is that jarred with me a little bit? I was kind of like,
There's a musical number as well.
Yeah, there's a musical number which was really jarred me. There's a few things that I didn't think were necessary. I don't think the sexual element made it more compelling.
No, I mean, I guess you could take that out, but I didn't mind it. It didn't jar with me at all.
But I did really like it.
Yeah, I really liked all the like the themes. All of the acting was amazing. The style of it was just great, and the sort of style, like the era, like the costumes and the design of the set and everything. Like
cinematography is really nice.
Sort of, because there's a sort of futuristic element of this like weird amphibious man in this like lab, and that sort of seems like it's
in the future, but
it's all historic. It's all like when is it, like 60s?
Yeah,
I think it's 60s.
It looks like that from the start. I don't know if does it explicitly say when it is, or is it just that's what they.
It says in the intro, like, should I tell you about the time? Should I tell you about, like something else, or should I just tell you about the girl? And it sort of frames it all around Sally Hawkins' character.
Yeah,
but yeah, I thought that it was just beautiful, and I really like seeing sign language on screen. I should really enjoy watching sign language. I think it's a lovely thing. I love the movement.
I like the bus wanker one from In Between Us. That's my favourite bit of sign language.
But yeah, there's some swearing sign language as well in this one.
Yeah, there is.
But I really liked the inclusion of sign language as like a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the story.
Well, that's kind of
it
is. It's part of her character. It's important for her and
it's her feeling of alienation and her connection to the amphibious man.
Who might also be an alien.
But then it's also sort of having that disconnect with other people and having to be translated by Octavia.
Yeah, she's really good in this. Actually, I didn't realize I think I saw this without seeing a trailer. Actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you didn't know she was going to be in it?
No, I didn't. I didn't really know anything about it.
I think I'd only seen like one trailer.
Which is maybe why the romance element took me by surprise.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that was a...
I saw it as like a Beauty and the Beast kind of thing.
It is. It is like a much better version of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it's just like a Del Toro version. It's just beautiful.
Good. How many stars? You're doing the review for this one.
5 stars.
5 stars. There we go.
I've not written it yet, but I promise I will actually write something this time.
You can sew almost anything into the canvas of a coat. When I was a boy, I started to hide things in the linings of the garments. Things that only I knew were there. Secrets.
Good morning.
Will you have dinner with me?
Yes.
I feel as if I've been looking for you for a very long time.
I also went to cinema on my own
Yeah.
after work, which is the time when all the weirdos go with their backpacks and they're all kind of got hair in the wrong places and smell a bit and stuff.
Well, what's a
Am
wrong
I one
place
of
to
those?
have
Am
hair?
I don't know. Do you know people just look like
They're too hairy.
they've got not enough hair in some places and too much hair in other places?
What, they need to redistribute? Like those little
Or yeah,
things
but
with
just
the,
know when you need
with
to
the magnets
to cut.
where you could like rearrange someone's facial hair.
I don't know whether I'm one of those weirdos now though. Probably.
I mean,
I guess I
you're
don't know.
far too attractive to be one of those.
Oh,
weirdos.
thank you.
But then I am married to you. So
My wife.
a bit
You have to say that. I went to see Phantom Thread, which I wasn't really that kind of excited for.
Yeah, we'd seen the
because it's kind
a
of.
couple of times.
Can you sort that dickhead out, Frodo? Get down, please.
What are you doing, you cheeky boy? Come here, gorgeous.
Get off the curtain. Yeah, so I went to see the Phantom Thread, which kind of sometimes these films, while technically very, very good and well written and well directed and acted and whatever, can sometimes be a bit boring and a bit slow and a bit tedious.
Yeah. You're not even that into Taylors.
I'm not really that bothered. No, so it's a film about.
You never used to watch The Sewing Bee with me.
It's a film about a man who makes dresses, and that's the plot basically. He finds a girl that he likes, but it's not really clear whether he likes her because
he likes to make dresses for her.
He wants because he finds her and he likes making dresses for her because she's got whatever he considers to be the perfect shape, and whether he finds that attractive or not, or whether it's just purely based on his professional kind of interests. And that's kind of the whole film. But it's so good. Like, it's so well written. And Daniel Day-Lewis is incredible. And I can't remember the name of the lady who's opposite him. But
she wasn't very well known, was she?
yeah, she really holds her own against him, actually. But it's really funny as well. And, like, there's so many great, like, one-liners. Not one-liners, but just really nice bits of dialogue that just kind of, like, are just really quotable, like, afterwards. I don't know, like, if it's the way... It must be the way it's written, but also the way that Daniel Day-Lewis says some of them are just really... just nice, but kind of odd and kind of quite... Not quite... I hate the word quirky because it's a shit word to describe something, but...
Yeah.
It's really compelling considering not a lot happens. And it's all about him and his relationship with his dead mum and his relationship with this lady and his relationship with his sister and kind of how people treat him throughout the film and then how he treats other people and how they treat him back. It's kind of all these kind of complex little... And it's not even like... It's not like at the end he's learned a big lesson. It's not. It's much more subtle and kind of niche and kind of there's just little bits where you notice Daniel Day-Lewis do something slightly differently.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's so good. He really is incredible. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it.
So how many stars are you going
I'd probably go 5 stars. I think I would,
Really?
yeah.
I'm going to have to watch
I think it's a film that like nobody else could play those roles, or very few people could do it.
Yeah.
I think.
For some reason, when I imagine it in my head, I'm imagining Jeremy Irons. For some reason, when I think about it and the trailer,
Do you know what? I kept thinking Ray Fiennes. He had a very Ray Fiennes-y kind of... Do you know Ray Fiennes in like Grand Budapest?
Oh, yeah.
He's quite camp.
Yeah.
He kind of had a weird campness to him. Like, it was kind of...
I keep imagining him, though, as Jeremy Irons, and I'm not a massive fan of Jeremy Irons.
Is it because he's homophobic?
Because he's homophobic and sexist and awful.
Yeah, he's a shit bloke.
So it's really kind of put me off, even though I know in my head it's not. It's Daniel Day-Lewis.
They don't really look similar. Daniel Day-Lewis is a much better looking man than Jeremy Irons, and a much better actor.
I'm just imagining like the sort of silvery sort of hair and him sitting there, and I'm thinking of Jeremy Irons. And I don't know why. It's really
get out of your head. No, it's really good. It's all about like it's all little moments that just kind of keep you going.
Yeah.
Like in films like that, you can't just have. It's so slow that you can't have moments where nothing is going on.
Yeah.
And each kind of line of dialogue is there for a reason. And each kind of thing that Daniel Day-Lewis does is done for a reason. And each scene is there for a reason. And yeah, it's so good.
So do you think he'll win Best Actor?
I can't remember who else is nominated.
Do you think it'll win Best Film?
No.
No.
I think 3 Billboards or Shape of Water will win Best Film.
What do you think should win Best Film? Are we going to do an Oscars?
We could do. Don't know. Yeah, so there we go. Phantom Thread, probably 5 stars. Daniel Day-Lewis is Bay.
Interesting. Thanks for that breakdown analysis.
We'll move on then to book club.
Book club.
So this was your book club, Matt. So you can introduce.
This was my book club.
Book clubs.
You've
still got my book of this. This is my book, isn't it?
Yes, we decided to watch. We decided to read The Haunted Knight, which is a Batman novel, graphic novel.
Did you ever think graphic novel was like porn?
No.
I used to think that for ages.
It's like graphic.
Yeah, exactly. When people say graphic, it almost meant like
boobies.
For ages, I thought that's what it was.
No, Batman graphic novel. This is a Batman graphic novel by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Is that right? I think so. Who did one of our...
Just say with confidence and no one will question you.
Exactly, yeah. They did our favourite Batman story, The Long Halloween.
Indeed. They love Halloween.
They love Halloween. So we decided we're going to read The Haunted Knight, which I think is before The Long Halloween, yeah? Am I right in saying
that? I don't think it matters, does it?
I think it is, because the relationship with Gordon seems a little more not as progressed as it is in The Dark Knight. Not in The Dark Knight, The Long Halloween. So I think it probably is. But unlike The Long Halloween, which is all one continuous story, this is kind of 3 like mini stories, all set over different Halloweens.
It is set before The Long Halloween.
See, told you. So we've got...
The popularity of these led to the limited series Batman The Long Halloween.
Oh, there we go.
There you
go. So The Haunted Knight there's one story with Scarecrow, one story with what's he called? Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
And with...
Then there's like the Christmas Carol one.
Yeah. I can't remember that one properly.
That's the only one I remembered actually when I was thinking about it. I read it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So the first one's like about fear, I guess, because it's a Scarecrow.
Yeah, it's about fear and there's like a woman in it and stuff.
And a maze.
Yeah, and a maze. It was kind of one that
it's a metaphor, but also an actual maze.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a metaphor. That actually happened now.
That actually happened. I was like really enjoying it. And then it kind of came to an end and I was like, oh, all right, I didn't realize this was a mini story. I thought this was going to be the story for like the whole graphic novel. And
yeah, I thought that as well, but
because it kind of felt like it was building somewhere and then was like, oh no, we're done now. That's that story over with. Let's move on to the next one. Here's Mad Hatter. I enjoyed the Mad Hatter one though. Thought that one was good. That was good fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed them all. I wasn't like, I don't think it's anywhere near Long Halloween good.
No, it's definitely not. It's as I say, I think because it was like little stories, I can see why it then led to them saying, "Okay, produce something long, like a long-term, long-form graphic novel story." Because
yeah,
a really good little piece of storytelling. The arts style's like really
nice, yeah.
Really, really nice and everything. The character dynamics are really good in it. It's always hard to engage with stories that are that short. That
you've kind of got to build bits of it yourself if it's that short.
Yeah, because you can kind of read it in like 10 minutes, like a story that short.
Yeah.
So you kind of get into it, and then you like, which I think is maybe the good thing about comics sometimes, that you can just dip in and read for 10 minutes, and then you've finished a story, which is kind of, I suppose it's almost like a short film in a way, that you can just sort of, you've not got loads of time, but you want to dip into something, you can just jump in, read a little Batman story, and you're like, oh cool, done now, sweet.
Yeah. I think I can't remember the second. Oh, the second one was Mad Hatter.
Second one's Mad Hatter. Yeah.
I think I think the second one was probably my favourite one. I guess.
Yeah, the Mad Hatter one was good. I enjoyed that.
The Christmas Carol one. I thought was a bit cliche.
Yeah.
It's a bit like everyone unless you're going to do something different with this story, then I don't really see the point.
Yeah. The Mad Hatter one was probably my favourite one, because I like the undertones as well. That the stuff like Alice in Wonderland means something to Bruce Wayne and Batman as well.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
That was quite a cool little detail that his mum read it to him when he was a kid, and especially before the night.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the time,
everything.
Yeah, a lot of the time, like the Batman parent stuff is so heavy-handed.
Yeah, it's just like,
did you know his parents
died in an alleyway, and she had pearls on, and now he's sad and angry, and he fights crime because he doesn't want other kids to be raised as orphans.
Yeah.
So there's a nice subtlety to it that
it's actually it felt genuine rather than forced.
Yeah, because there's a lot of villains, even like Joker and stuff. You go, oh, that's such a rivalry, but it is personal, but it is just Batman fighting them because they're like a bad guy and stuff. Whereas if you have that added dynamic that Alice in Wonderland is sort of a sensitive story for him, the Mad Hatter, because the Mad Hatter's not really that interesting a villain, really.
No, I never really liked him, to be honest.
No, but if we had that dynamic, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But we also have the one after the Long Halloween. I'm presuming the Dark Victory. Is that after Long Halloween?
I do not know.
I think. But anyway, it's another one by the two same guys. So I think not next book club, but future book clubs. We'll probably have a look at that.
Dark Victory is is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's a 1939 American drama film directed by Edmund Golding.
Maybe is that as well, but
that's not what
it's not what I'm looking for.
Batman, Dark Victory.
There you go. Click on that one.
Yeah, it is after.
There you go. Told you.
So there you go.
I know what I'm doing. But no, we're going to do, as we mentioned, or you may have cut it out, I don't know, we're both going to watch Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that's the
for
job.
The next episode. That's book club for this week.
If anyone has any thoughts on Nightcrawler, whack them in and we can mention them next time.
Or The Haunted Night.
Or The Haunted Night, yeah.
If you do get a chance to read it, want to read it, let us know what you think. That's it for book club.
That is it for book club. I was just going to do a quick plug of our new schedule, Matt.
Ooh.
Just to make people aware. So we are doing 2 podcasts, or podcasts sort of on the second weekend and then the last weekend, and then an extra one where there's an extra weekend, basically a month, because it helps us keep on top of it, really. And it helps us plan it out a bit better. So
it
gives us more time.
Busy lives.
Yeah, it gives us more time to get, because you work shifts and stuff.
Yeah.
It gives us more time to release on like a regular day. So we're going to be releasing, I think, probably Sundays. So I've planned up to like July, most of it. So we've got Black Panther next week. Not next week, 24th. That weekend. And then the weekend.
What day is that out? When's Black Panther out?
I think it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 13th. Getting good reviews, so I'm excited for that. Well, unless you're white and alt-right.
Yeah.
Then it's not good because, you can't have a black man in a film because that's bad apparently. The week after, the one after that, Matt, we're going to be at Prepare to Try Live.
We are going to be at Prepare to Try Live.
Which we might do something. I thought maybe doing a little topic about fandoms. Yeah. As it is a fan event for a YouTube series. I thought talking about
fandoms,
what fandoms mean, and
I can take my microphone.
We can take a microphone. We can do it with some special guests.
We can indeed.
Then we've got Infinity War in April, and then I thought maybe in May before the Dark Souls remaster, we're going to do a Dark Souls and Bloodborne episode.
Yeah,
maybe with somebody who is an expert in these matters.
Yes, Paul. Paul, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want to do it.
Yeah, if you want to do it, Paul, let us know.
And then Han Solo. So that's sort of a rough guide of what we're doing, I guess.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff. Did you have a plug as well you wanted to do, didn't you?
Yeah, I'll do a plug. I've just started a new column on the blog called the Sunday Short Film Supplement, which is basically...
Sounds like something you'd eat from Holland and Barrett.
Yeah, it is, yeah. No, it's kind of a segment where, like, fortnightly, I'm going to, just basically find some short films that I enjoy watching, put them on the website, do a little discussion about them. I'm going to try and get in, filmmakers and actors and that sort of thing to do little bits of interviews with. I think a lot of people really readily will go and just spend £10 to go and watch a film at the cinema, but they won't kind of spend... I just don't think the vast majority of people would even think about finding a short film and watching it and having a look at it.
No.
But they'll watch like some little crappy YouTube video or viral video or whatever, and you think, well, some short films are the same length as them, but they just don't get the same publicity. And I'm not saying, obviously, I'm going to change the world by putting them on our blog, but maybe it'll get a few more people sort of watching them and things. And being a filmmaker myself, it's kind of really nice when, you do get a few extra views and you get it to people that aren't necessarily just your friends or friends of friends or whatever. So
yeah,
I'd encourage everyone to just go and check out our column. I would click on I think I've got 3 on there at the moment, and then I've got a really good interview with a friend of mine, a filmmaker friend, Joshua Hex, who's a film director and writer and also a production designer. He's got some really interesting things to say on film and everything, especially the idea that, literature and music and theatre are mediums that are thousands and thousands of years old, and people still really enjoy them, and they've changed so much over time, and yet people kind of feel like cinema's stale already after only like 100 years. So
that's a good
it's
point.
kind of really interesting. Yeah, some really interesting things to say. So even if you don't want to watch short films, just check out the interview with him, because it's really cool. He's a really interesting guy to speak to.
Good stuff. That's about it.
That's about it. There will be, as I said, Bonfire's Boss will be up by now.
Have you watched the videos yet?
I'm in midst edit. I'm going to finish it off tomorrow.
I've lost that.
So
one.
Maybe, I don't know.
Definitely.
Have to go and watch, won't you? I have to go and watch.
Yeah, don't give it away. Shut up.
Yeah, spoilers.
That's it. This will be out when it's out. I was going to say when it's going to be released then, which was a pointless thing to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So there we go. That'll do.
I'll do
a quiz next time as well, because that'll be fun.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. Or maybe if we do one with our guests down at Prepare to Try Live, we can bring back the Amazon review quiz.
Yes.
Because there'll be, or if Hat ever, actually wants to make an appearance on here again.
She wants to be in the podcast, just not when you're on it.
She's a terrible person.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone should have told me that before we got married. So
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. You can always divorce.
Yeah.
It's quite easy, I think. Can you hear the cat running around?
Yeah.
She's going mental.
She's a chill the fuck out.
Yeah, to be fair, I've locked her in this room with me for some reason. I don't know why. It's probably the worst idea, but there you go.
Oh well.
Now, isn't it?
There's insight to Matt's life with his cat.
Yeah. With my cat. Sounds so lonely, don't I?
Yep.
I've locked the cat in this room with me so she can't escape.
She has to be with me. I need body contact. Even the cat won't touch him. So
I'm sad.
Good. That's it. That's the show. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
I was going to say if you want to share it around, do that. But
yes, please share it around.
That'd be good. Oh, we should have done the competition. Shit.
Oh yeah, that'd have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
I'll do it next time. Or I'll do it independently.
All
with
these
the podcast.
people that have signed up to the newsletter and
all 10 people, or whoever it is.
Yeah, it's better than none, isn't it?
If you want to enter a competition, go on the website.
Still going on.
Still going on because I forgot to do it. So you've got more time. Enter the newsletter. You get a weekly email. Sometimes it's all right. So there you go. Do that if you want.
Is it a weekly email, Rob? I've only got one in like 2 weeks.
No, it's every Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did I get one this Sunday?
I can check on my account if it's got sent to you, actually. So
can you? Oof, that's fancy, isn't it?
So if you lie, then
you're earning.
It's free, innit? So.
No, you're not earning it.
No, I'm not. Well, I am, but I didn't pay for it, so.
Not a lot. I'm earning, yeah. I do have an income.
Don't mean to brag, but I can afford food. So
I'm not living on the street.
Yeah. On that note, that's time to go. See you later.
Bye.